How you doing today? This is Pastor Samuel Green. Here I am in my office studying before the presence of the Lord. It is nothing like being in his presence. In his presence is fullness of joy, fullness of hope, fullness of revelation, fullness of power. If there's fullness of power, then there is healing. In my walk with God, what I've realized is there are many things that life can bring to me, but being in his presence will alter whatever life is bringing. And so today, I'm looking here in the scripture, in the book of First Chronicles, a quotation out of Psalms, where David was talking and giving a praise unto the Lord. I could begin in the 23rd verse of the 16th chapter of Psalm, where it says, "Sing unto the Lord, all the earth. Show forth from day to day his salvation." And it's so important for us every day to rejoice in the Lord. Even as Paul said in Philippians, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Make your moderation known. The Lord of peace is at hand. Make it known that God is available right now for saving, for deliverance, for strength, for miracles. Woman comes out of her house one day, hears all of this noise, and she said, "I believe that's Jesus coming by." She comes out of her house. She's not supposed to come out. But she says, "I believe I can be healed just being in his presence." Right there. Just being in his presence. Just being in his presence. The closer she got to him, she said, "If I could but touch the hem of his garment," reached out and touched the hem of his garment and was made whole. Then she gets up because Jesus identifies, "Somebody touched me." In that moment was a testimony. And what God needs more than anything is somebody to tell on him. God's been good. Somebody needs to tell on him. God is still a miracle worker. Somebody needs to tell on him. These verses tell us that we need to make known his deeds in the earth. Make known his deeds in the earth. God is a miracle worker. He saved my life. I looked at my arm just now. I cut my arm almost completely off, cut through the artery. I basically bled out. I should have been unconscious, but the Lord spoke to me. Now, how did he speak to me? I was in his company. I was in his presence. And because I was in his presence in the time I needed him most, he spoke to me and told me, "Stand up. Don't use this time dying. Use this time for resurrection." The Lord spoke to me and told me, "You don't need blood. You just need my word." And so I say to you today that when the medics and the others came to look upon me, they said, "This man has no pulse. This man doesn't have enough blood in his body to be conscious, but somehow he's walking around. Somehow he's talking. Somehow he's totally alert." It's because I was in his presence. And so I want to make known to somebody today that no matter how impossible your circumstance may be, in his presence is fullness, completeness. Everything you will ever need is in his presence. And so he will bless you. He will heal you if you will make it known. If you're going to keep it quiet, he has no reason to bless you. If you're going to keep it quiet, he has no reason to work a miracle for you. But if you will let somebody know, if it had not been the Lord who was on my side, I would have been utterly consumed. The Lord then will deliver you for his name's sake. Because in everything that we do, we should make sure God gets the glory. Every breath I take, every move I make, I want God to get the glory. And I want people to know, if it had not been the Lord, I would have been consumed. We would have been destroyed. Even now, with storms in the world, with waters coming up and flooding in our cities, with fires that we can't seem to put out, with earthquakes in diverse places, with walls and rumors of walls, this world could have been completely consumed. But God is still giving us another day, another opportunity, another chance to realize who he is, what he can do, if we would just come and get in his presence and give him the glory.